Alright, what is up YouTube? The Mummy Dust here, and the Stardust event is upon us, and I'm going to teach you guys how to plus, ultra, and go beyond and get yourself a bunch of Stardust. Hopefully you guys can become Stardust millionaires like myself. I'm starting this event off with 9 million Stardust. I spent some so that I could start with a really even number. And so basically what's going on right now is we're doing 2 times catch Stardust, 2 times hatch Stardust, 2 times team go rocket stop Stardust, and 2,000 raid Stardust. So the best way to do the event is obviously to catch as many Pokemon as you possibly can. For a normal catch, it's 200 Stardust. With a star piece, it's 300. For the middle evolution, it's 600. With a star piece, it is 900 Stardust. And for the final evolution, or a third evolution Pokemon, it is a whopping 1,000 Stardust or 1,500 with the star piece on. So you're definitely going to be wanting to run those star pieces, as well as the eggs. So if you hatch a 2K egg, it could be anywhere from 800 to 2,400. The 5K or 7K eggs anywhere from 1,600 to 4,800 if you're using star pieces. And the 10K eggs a whopping 3,200 to over 10,000 Stardust. So it's over 9,000 Stardust for a 10K egg. And then the team go rocket stops. They're going to be giving you 1,500 with a star piece, or 1,000 without, or 2,000 for doing a raid, or 3,000 with a star piece. You also get Stardust for catching the Pokemon. Hopefully you guys can catch yourself a shiny Giratina. Hopefully its IVs are a little bit better than mine, but we're going to go ahead and get right into, kind of the best way to go ahead and catch a bunch of Pokemon and gain a bunch of Stardust. So we will be right back. Alright, so here we are at our local Walmart. So Walmart, in case you guys didn't know, usually has a ton of Pokemon at it. So we're going to go ahead and click on these Pokemon, and we're going to do what's called the fast catch trick. If you guys are unfamiliar with that method, I will go ahead and link a video that shows exactly how to do it in the description below so that you guys can get into this. So we're going to go ahead and check all of the shinies. We're just going to catch everything. So make sure you're completely stocked up on Pokeballs, Ultra Balls, Great Balls, all that kind of stuff. And you're going to want to try and catch these things without a berry, as we'll go into that here in a little bit. Because if you're on a star piece, you can feed a gym and gain extra Stardust for feeding those berries to the gym. So the star piece works on that as well. So you want to make sure you throw on your star piece, catch all of the weather boosted Pokemon, and even the annoying ones like Apom. It's still worth 300 Stardust with that star piece on. So we're going to go ahead, and what I like to do is wait for it to attack and then kind of just throw it. So when it's finishing its attack, kind of like throwing on a raid boss. If you guys aren't familiar with that, I have a couple videos that show you how to throw so that you can hit the raid boss with a ball at all times. And then we'll see here, one of these catches, I'm going to do the little trick kind of where it saves you the Pokeball. So if you do throw it and then halfway through they decide to jump or they decide to attack, if you're fast enough you can click on the ball menu that pops up again, and then it'll save your ball so that you can use it for later. So what you guys want to do is you either want to go to a place where there's a bunch of Pokestops that are lured up, or you want to find your cluster spawns, normally grocery stores like Walmart, if you have different things in your area. Wherever you go that you're normally like, wow, there's a bunch of Pokemon here. And I know that things changed with the spawn reshuffling, so still make sure you try and find an area that has a bunch of Pokemon there. And then if you're incubating eggs, make sure you have on those star pieces when your eggs are going to hatch so that you can get that extra Stardust as well. But we're basically just going to go ahead and walk around this Walmart, and we're just going to continue to catch all of the Pokemon that pop up. And then if there are no Pokemon that can pop up, another thing that you can do is if you have Pokemon that you've received from research rewards, if you just run away from them, it will leave basically the top little window for you to click on that, and then later you can catch it when you do have a star piece on. So you can kind of stack it up and then wait until you go out again, throw on your star piece, you know, utilize and maximize that star piece if possible. So if you've gotten them through rewards from your research tasks for, like, you know, the Jirachi quest or the quick start research, or, you know, anything like that, now's the best time to use those star pieces. So if you're doing a raid or you're going to go and catch a bunch of Pokemon, you want to throw those star pieces on. So then you can also, if you're in an area highly concentrated with Pokestops, if you do Team Rocket stops, you're going to get, you know, basically 1,500 Stardust for defeating it, and then you also get to catch the Pokemon, so that's at least another 200 depending on what that Pokemon is. So here we're going to go ahead and type in Defender. It will tell us where our Pokemon are that's in a gym. I only have one right now, so I'm going to go ahead and give them golden raspberries to give them full health, and then I'm going to go to basically these useless regular raspberries and feed them and get 30 Stardust per berry that we feed the Pokemon. So you want to be able to make sure that you can feed berries to your Pokemon. You can catch Pokemon out of your research task and somewhere that's highly concentrated in Pokemon, so that way you're getting the most out of your star piece. I also made a video about some of these pro tips that are some of these things that I do to utilize my time. So this was basically me on my way home from work, just stopping at my Walmart and just catching everything that I could. And in this short amount of time, I was able to gain 10,000 Stardust. So if I did this, you know, every day during the thing, that's at least, you know, 70,000 Stardust. One of the important things you want to keep track of is, if you see in this little photo here, the catch streaks. So when you catch your first Pokemon for the day, you want to make sure that you have that star piece on, because it's either, what was that, 1,200 or 6,000, but the difference is immaculate. So 9,000 if you have the star piece on for the 7-day streak. So at least your 7-day streak, you want to go ahead and put that on there. So we're just going to go ahead and check these last few Pokemon here. I wish you guys luck. Hopefully you get that shiny Oddish that's available now as well. And see, we ran out of Pokemon, so I'm going to go ahead and go into my stack and catch a couple of those, you know, while I'm kind of waiting for the Pokemon to respawn, because there's so many spawn points at this location that they will reappear, especially if, like, I went out into the parking lot or not. So that's the end of the video. So we're going to go ahead and show you guys you know, my accumulation of Stardust. So we started basically with 9 million. We had that extra 39 Stardust. So go up here. 9,011,739 Stardust for about I don't know, it was like 10 minutes worth. And then I did, you know, go ahead and catch some more Pokemon that were in my research task queue, if you want to call it, on my way home. So if you guys like the video, please make sure you hit that thumbs up button for me. It really helps out a lot. And then comment below which part of the Stardust event that you like the most. Are you going to be doing raids? Are you going to be grinding out Pokemon and hatching eggs? Or are you going to be doing Team Rocket stops? Me, myself, I really like to catch Pokemon and do the Team Rocket stops. I'm not a huge person at buying incubators and buying raid passes just for Stardust. I do have a lot, but hopefully my goal is to hit at least 1 million Stardust gain during this event and go back up to 10 million, which I will probably immediately spend for this next PvP tournament in November, or there's a few things that I kind of want to try out in Sinister Cup still. So let me know what you guys are going to be doing and how you're going to spend all that Stardust. Alright, until next time, go beyond plus ultra and get that Stardust.